So basically what happens in the Fabric Fan Club is it's for all of us that are passionate about creating with fabric. I absolutely love it. I adore it. I think the members in the Fabric Fan Club do too. And so every month I pull together a kind of a hand select or hand curate fabrics to pull into a bundle. And then that bundle is 6 fat quarters. And if you don't know what a fat quarter is, I'll show you here in a minute, but it's about 18 to 21, 22 inches, depending on selvage. Okay. And so it's a good size piece of fabric. You get 6 different fabrics, and with no additional shipping unless you're international. If you're international and you want to join, you can just contact us and we'll give you a quote on what that's going to be. That way you'll kind of know what to expect with shipping. And yeah, we do have some international members. Yes. And just about every group I have now, we have some international members, and that's pretty cool. So that bundle goes out to you. All of our members are in a private Facebook group, just like my other groups, and that is where we hang out. And typically I'm live in that group. My live time with them is Thursday nights at 7 o'clock, and that tonight is Thursday. So I'm doing this at 6:30 because then I'm going to be going live immediately at 7 into the Fabric Fan Club. So we do all kinds of projects. We do all kinds of workshops. Some things we do are stitched. They do not require a sewing machine. I always have to make sure and say that. No sewing machine required, because our stitching is by hand. And it's not like your grandmother's embroidery. It really is more like doodling with thread. That's how I visualize it, as doodling with thread. We are just leaving our mark and going in and adding these beautiful accents, beautiful colored threads to our projects. And it's amazing. And we do use some basic stitches, and all of those basic stitches that I use, you know, more frequently, those I made little videos for, and I call them my in stitches videos. And all of our new people, I always recommend that they watch those. Even if you're not new to hand stitching, it's always good to have a little refresher. But everything we do has this, I call it freestyle stitching aspect. That means very much freestyle, doodling with thread. Your stitches don't all have to be the same size. I never judge anybody by the backside of their project, including myself. But yeah, it's your own, you get to put your own style on it. Some people like to stitch a lot. Some people like to just stitch certain parts, certain things. I'm kind of right there in the middle. I like to do, I don't know, I think I'm kind of mainstream, right in the middle. And then sometimes we do projects that don't require stitching, that I call fabric fun. So fabric fun workshops where we're just creating and making things with the fabric. This is not, you do not have to know how to quilt. We don't quilt in this group. I wish, I mean, one day maybe I could possibly learn to quilt. I feel like quilting takes a lot of precision, and yeah, and that's not always my strong suit. So I just love being creative and working, doodling with my threads, that kind of thing. It really is a lot of fun. And yeah, it kind of takes away that need to feel like everything has to be perfect. It's really not about perfection. It's a little bit more of a whimsical approach to stitching and working with fabric. And we make some amazing things, partly because I'm a maker at heart. So I thought I'd show you one of these things tonight because it's very different. Unlike probably something you would think you would make in a fabric group. This past month, our bundle was called Flowerland. It was very bright and colorful. It had these beautiful, adorable seed packets in fabric and all the things. So we made this cute, it's actually an embroidery hoop, okay? An embroidery hoop, but it's a, oops, almost dropped it. It's a fun decor pocket for spring. So I think mine, I've had mine hanging on my front door. I've had it hanging on an old shutter, and it just looks so cute. So it's actually a pocket. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a big pocket right here that we made with the fabric. And then you can actually, let me turn this other camera on. Let's add this other camera in here so you can see up close. Look at the little seed packets. Look at that. Seeds of free time. Don't we all want to plant those? Look at the little moth, the colorful moth there. Look at the little garden tools. I found these little miniature garden tools and we've all been playing with those. Here's another seed packet, seeds of relaxation. So it was just a really fun project. And it's a great kind of a representation of the fact that you never know what we might make in the Fabric Fan Club. Okay. Like you just never know. You never know what we're going to make. Sometimes we're working on book covers. I love doing book covers with fabrics. There's lots of things that we do. So if you're interested at all in learning more about the Fabric Fan Club, Susan's posting a list up here. I think, Susan, you actually have the invitation link, which is great because we decided, let me tell you what we decided. First off, this April, we're celebrating our anniversary of the Fabric Fan Club. In fact, all of my groups, they either started in March or April. So we're celebrating all of our anniversaries in April. And so we're going to be doing some special things throughout the month of April as kind of member appreciation and just having some fun and celebrating our anniversary, all of the things. And so one of the things that we're doing specifically with Fabric Fan Club is anyone that signs up for Fabric Fan Club. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off making the offer now. Anyone that signs up for Fabric Fan Club, you're going to get a little gift from us. You're going to get a little gift from us. It is a little 3-pack mini. It's just a little mini with free fat quarters in it. They're past fabrics that my fabric members have already received. But I thought it would just be fun to welcome you. And what better way to welcome you than with more fabric? Okay. So if you're interested in joining, we do have a fun free gift for you that will continue. That little promotion will continue in the month of April as we celebrate. It's going to be so much fun. So what I'm here tonight to show you is the April fabric bundle. Okay. The name of this fabric bundle is called Prairie Chic. It's called Prairie Chic. I'm going to show it to you right here in this spot here in just a second. Again, make sure that you're posting comments. That's throwing you into a live giveaway that we will draw for at the end of our little live reveal here. Okay. Oh, Judy, you just signed up today. That's awesome. I know we did email some people that were on the wait list. I have kind of reached a level where I was able to acquire more fabric. So we're opening up more spots for members. And I'm really excited about it. So I don't want to waste much time here. I want you to see Prairie Chic. Okay. This is the Prairie Chic bundle. That is the name that I've given this bundle. And I'm going to explain a little bit about this fabric and why I chose it here in just a minute. But I want you to take a peek at it. It's so pretty and it's very unique kind of color palette. We've been working with lots of in March, lots of pinks and oranges and, really electric type colors. So we're really kind of switching gears here with Prairie Chic. And it is very, very beautiful. So I'm going to open it up and we are going to look at each fabric. And I'm going to tell you why I fell in love with this fabric. And I'm going to start with this very first one. Okay. When I found out about some of the fabrics in this collection, I got really, really, really excited. Okay. Because I'm kind of there's a big part of me that is kind of a history buff. Right. I love learning about how things were done, back in the day. I love anything about history. I just enjoy it. I also love the history behind and the stories behind some of these fabrics that I choose. And so I was really, really excited when I learned the story behind the fabrics that are in this month's bundle. So let me open this up for you. This is what I call the signature fabric. The signature fabric is going to be, it's like the first fabric I choose. And it's the fabric that I feel like we're pulling all the colors from. Okay, all the colors from. And so this particular fabric was designed by someone who is very invested. She's written a few books about feed sacks. the history of feed sacks. I know it sounds really weird, but here's the thing. Back in the day, women would take these feed sacks, and they would, after they got the feed and or the flour or whatever was in them, right, they would recycle the fabrics, and they started making things for their home with them, right? They started making all kinds of things for their home, and they even started making clothing from some of the feed sacks because they didn't let anything go to waste, right? They tried to repurpose and use everything that they had. And so I love this line because the designer, actually, I've reached out because I'm hoping she's going to come and talk to our group, to my members. But what she's done is something I think is really amazing. She's taken well, let me go back to the history part. When businesses realized that women were doing this with their feed sack cloth, okay, they started printing them. They started using prints on their feed sack cloths, and all kinds of colorful prints, all kinds of designs and prints and all the things. And so what this designer did is she took the images. So every fabric I show you tonight, the images have been used. They are reproductions or illustrations of the same designs that were on some feed sacks, okay, back in the day, right? It's so amazing. I love it. So what she's done is she's taken these patterns, these beautiful designs that were on these original feed sacks, but then she's added a more today color scheme. So more of a contemporary color scheme with them. And that's why I just think this bundle is so unique. It's so unique. And we're going to be talking a lot about this throughout our time using Prairie Chic, which is what I've called this beautiful bundle. We're going to talk a lot more about it. So let's take a look at this fabric up close. It's beautiful. It has this really soft gray, which we all know is very on trend. Lots of gray in people's home decor and clothing, all kinds of things, furniture, all the things. And then these pops of this kind of a really pretty white. And then instead of like your normal shot of green, this is a little bit of a chartreuse. It's a kind of a yellow. It almost looks yellow on some things. It looks green on some things. And then these beautiful shades of aqua and teal. And I know it's hard to tell, but there's navy in there too. Okay, there's navy in there too. So again, this was kind of my signature fabric choice in selecting these and pulling these all together. So let me show you what I have here next. Oops, sorry. I get so excited. So this is the next fabric that I've chosen. And this is very indicative of some of the patterns that may have been seen on feed sacks back in the day. But again, because she's put this contemporary twist on it with this more up-to-date color combo, it looks very fresh and very new. Isn't that pretty? And again, you're going to see all the colors represented in here. See that navy? We pop in a navy leaf there, navy centers on these flowers. I think it looks really pretty. Let's kind of lay that one there so you can kind of see how it all comes together. And then I really especially love this one. All right. And I'm going to show this one to you. And I want you to tell me in the comments what you think this reminds you of. Okay. All right. Again, every single one of these was a design pattern that was on a feed sack. So I want you to look at this. What do you think? What do you think? What does that remind you of? I'm going to kind of hold it up kind of close. What does that kind of remind you of? Yeah, tell me in the comments. I'm curious. What does this pattern remind you of? Of course, I wanted to bring in this really pretty, there's kind of a different shades of teal in this. There's a lighter teal, and this is kind of a darker teal. I think it looks so pretty. Okay, somebody said daisy. Somebody says bandana. Somebody says embroidery. You guys, you know what it looks like to me? What it reminds me of is almost like an eyelet fabric. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I think it's really pretty, and I think these are going to be really pretty to stitch out on our projects. So let me lay this one kind of right down here. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Yeah, it has an eyelet kind of look to it, don't you think? I think so. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's see. Obviously, this kind of, like I said, this yellow green, that's almost kind of a chartreuse kind of color. That's very specific. So I had to be sure, that we chose something that was right on the money with this. And this is the fabric that I wound up going with. Okay, so it pulls in, and again, sometimes when you look at it, it's going to look more yellow. Sometimes when you look at it, it's going to look more green, but it is really pretty, and it's very bright, but it just works. It just works with all of these. This beautiful color combo. Yes, these fabrics are in what she designed. She designed several. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of them out there, but this is kind of the color combo that I decided to pull together for us in our group. Do you like it? It is a super bright little pop color in there, but it is so pretty. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit. I have some really fun ideas for us to work with this fabric. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, the next thing I wanted to pull in was a little more gray. I think this gray is a really pretty gray. Grays are hard. Grays are hard. Sometimes grays go one way where they almost feel kind of drab. And then sometimes they go more of a cooler gray. I mean, it's just kind of hard. Grays can be hard, but this is a good one. This is a good gray. And so I decided I thought we should bring in a smaller print in the gray. And so that is this one right here. Now, if you're in the Fabric Fan Club, you're going to understand what I'm about to say, but I think this is beautiful because I would treat this almost like a black and white fabric. We can come in and we can stitch these flowers any color we want. We can stitch in the leaves, whatever colors we want. So fabrics like this are always fun to me because we can add in our pops of color with our thread. Yeah, it's really pretty. Yeah, grays are tough. They can kind of cast different shades, but I do really like what I'm seeing in this gray. I think it's really pretty, especially with this color combo. Just looks really nice and fresh. Doesn't it feel fresh? I was trying to, we have been agonizing over the name to name this bundle. I pulled in my team. We were all just like, it feels fresh. It feels this, it feels that. And it took us forever to finally nail down a name. Okay, so I think you can probably tell that one color is missing. One main color is missing. And so I really wanted to pull in this color because to me, it just kind of grounds everything. Okay. And right, Susan, I know I drove everybody crazy about it. And it's navy. Okay, we're going to bring in navy. And again, every design I'm showing you was also a design from way back that was used on bead sacks. Isn't that neat? So look how pretty this one is. Again, we have all of our colors kind of represented here, but having this navy in here, it's really going to ground everything, right? It kind of helps to bring down that kind of tone of the chartreuse. It just really works nicely together. And it is going to be so much fun to work with. I'm so excited. So this, my friends, is Prairie Chic. This is Prairie Chic. I hope that you like it. I was trying to figure out words that kind of fit it, right? We're thinking about bringing, the past and the present, and we're bringing them together in this fabric collection. So I decided Prairie and Chic, and we're bringing them together. Prairie Chic. Yes, isn't it cute? And it's really good colors. I think this is going to be great because, a lot of times in the Fabric Fan Club, I love creating seasonally, but every so often I like to use a bundle. I like to use fabrics that are non-seasonal. So this is something that we could make some really beautiful things for our homes. I have a functional type project that we're going to make that I think everyone's going to really like. That's more of a fabric fun type workshop, putting the fun in functional. Get it? Haha. So I think this is going to be a good one. And also I think this could be some of the projects we're going to make, I think could be great as gifts. And we all know if you're making handmade gifts, it's never really too early to start. And so hopefully you'll like some of the things that I have planned for this. I'm going to tell you, do I have enough time? It's 6:53. Okay. I think I have enough time to tell you one thing. And then of course we'll talk about it more in the Fabric Fan Club with my members. But one of the projects I've really been wanting to make is a project that would continue on. And so here's what I was thinking, and I want to start it with this particular bundle as non-seasonal. Okay. You guys, I want to make a door. I know it sounds crazy. It's okay. You can laugh, but I want to do like a door, like a front door. Okay. So try to imagine like a front door, probably on a canvas or something. But once we make the front door, then what I want to do is I want to make seasonal things to put on the door. So seasonal things that could be maybe at the foot of the door or hanging on the door for different seasons, for different holidays, that kind of thing. And so I thought, gosh, if we started the door project now, this would be great, because this, to me, we could make something really pretty from this to be kind of a great one to kind of put on the door between seasons, right? Just for an all the time kind of look. Okay. I know some of you, if you're in the club, you're like, oh gosh, yeah, you know to trust me. Like, you have faith that what I'm saying is going to turn out okay. And then some of you are new and you're probably going, I don't understand. And that's okay. That's okay. Yes, I will gladly, when the time comes and I get the project all worked out, I will show it to everyone. But I do have some other projects planned as well. And yeah, I have quite the list. So we're going to have a really good time with this fabric bundle. And one thing I do want to tell you is I'm a lot like, I'm going to try to describe it as like Netflix. Okay. I know this might not be a good analogy, but it's the only one I can think of. So I'm going to do several projects out of a bundle. All right. That doesn't mean that you have to do every single project. The reason I do several is so that, that hopefully out of the several, you'll find 2 or 3 that you really want to make, right? Or maybe it's 1 or 2. It just depends, right? But I want to make sure whatever I show you, that something's going to hit with you that you're going to want to make out of your bundle. Okay. But by no means do I expect you to make everything that I make. I just want to give you the inspiration of things you could make from this bundle. Also, all of the workshops, the tutorials, videos, all of the things, templates. I provide templates for you in this group. Everything is saved for you, so you can watch the replays whenever you need to. Stitching projects take a little while. Certain ones are going to take longer than others. So you're going to have those replays. You're going to have those videos that you can watch over and over and over again, however many times you wish, as long as you're a member. Then also, not only will you have access to what we're doing with Prairie Chic, you're also going to have access to past workshops. And that's fabulous, because we've done a lot of amazing projects in the Fabric Fan Club over the past years. And it's really fun to see people go back. They do it all the time. And they're creating things, maybe even out of the current fabric, but they're going back and they're creating past projects. And they're beautiful. They're gorgeous. So trust me, you will have plenty of inspiration. Plenty of inspiration. Okay. So if you're thinking about it, come join us. There's no cancellation fee. There's no contract. You can just come in for a month. If you really love these fabrics, we'll send them to you. Remember, we are offering a little special bonus. We're going to send you a little gift bundle of 3 fabrics that have been past fabrics in the group. So yeah, we'd love for you to, yeah, I do sleep. I do sleep, Clark. I'm sorry, who was that? Dorothy. Yes. And some weeks I definitely need more sleep than others. That's for sure. All right. So I'd love for you to come and join us. Come and give it a try. If you decide to cancel, you just have to cancel. Email us and give us your cancellation request before the first of the next month, and that way we can get that processed. Payments usually run on the 3rd and the 4th of the month. So even if you sign up today, I think all the new signups are getting processed on the 4th. So you won't be charged till April 4th. And then Prairie Chic is going to start shipping out April 5th and 6th. Okay. So 5th and 6th, this will ship out. And I promise I'll let you know so you can start, those of you that are members, you can start stocking your postman. Okay. It really is a beautiful color palette. And I think you're going to really enjoy this. You're going to really appreciate these colors even more when they're actually in front of you, when you actually have the fabrics in front of you. It's really beautiful.